Decluttering your home and personal space can be a game changer in terms of creating a more relaxed environment, but there are some spaces that often get overlooked. In this video, we'll go over 14 spots that you might be forgetting to declutter. When it comes to daily decluttering, I try to do a little bit every day instead of trying to do an overall purge once a year. And that's going to help you to really stay on top of decluttering so that it doesn't become so overwhelming and it won't affect your productivity and mental health because you have so much to declutter. Now, before we get started, don't forget to like and share your comment below. It really helps me in the algorithm. Plus, I do read them all. So item one that you're forgetting to declutter are socks. Now, if you're anything like me, socks are so frustrating because they're so small and they can be easily misplaced. Additionally, socks can be easily mismatched, making it difficult to keep track of which socks belong together. I think we all have this struggle, right? So this can lead to so much frustration when trying to sort and organize your laundry, as well as confusion when it comes to putting away the clean socks. Additionally, some socks may have holes or can be stretched out, adding to the frustration of trying to keep track of the collection and make it organized and functional. So to make things easier for my family, I only buy one color socks, which are typically black, white, maybe a gray, and I tend to lean towards the same brand. So that makes it easier to match them and it just simplifies the process. And when I run into a situation where there are socks that I can't find, I keep them in the laundry for one cycle and then I purge them. So here are some tips on how you can declutter your socks. First, you want to gather all the socks from different drawers, baskets, and closets, and then you want to sort them into piles based on the type, color, and condition. Discard any socks that are worn out, have holes, or that are just no longer wanted. Also, consider getting rid of any socks that don't fit, match, or suit your current style. Organize your remaining socks into categories like dress socks, athletic socks, and casual socks, and then decide on a storage method, such as maybe stacking them neatly in a drawer or hanging them in a closet, whatever works best for you. Store the socks in a way that makes them easy to find and access. And consider using organizers like drawers, dividers, storage bins to keep your socks in place. Keep track of the socks you wear regularly and make sure you wash and put them back where they belong immediately or after you do the laundry, right? Regularly assess your sock collection and get rid of any items you no longer wear or need. So with those steps, you can declutter your sock collection and you can make sure they stay organized, easy to access and maintain. The second item that you're forgetting to declutter is under your bed. I think we are all guilty of neglecting that space, right? Decluttering under the bed can be a bit of a challenge, okay? As it's often the spot where we don't think about very often and it can become quickly cluttered. Also, it's a common place for items to accumulate and just be forgotten about. So here are some steps that can help you to declutter this area. Start by taking everything from under the bed, and this is going to give you a clear view of what needs to be dealt with. Then you want to sort through your items. Keep what you need, donate what you don't, and throw away anything that's broken or no longer useful. Also consider using an under the bed storage container so that you can store any items that you want to keep, but maybe you don't use as often. And these containers can help you keep the area organized and prevent items from becoming cluttered. Also, make sure you regularly check under the bed, okay? And that way you can keep it decluttered. You may want to schedule maybe a yearly under the bed declutter day to keep this area clean and organized. Also, don't forget to vacuum under that bed as this area can easily collect dust and other debris. Okay, so the third item that you guys are probably forgetting to declutter is your car trunk. Are you tired of opening your car trunk and feeling overwhelmed by the amount of clutter and mess inside? It's so easy to forget about decluttering this space since we don't access it as often, but it's important to keep it organized. So clean out any old paperwork, empty water bottles, and any other items that you don't need. So here are some tips for decluttering your car trunk. Start by removing everything from the trunk. Then you want to sort through the items and decide what you want to keep and what you want to get rid of. Ask yourself this question: do I need this item in my trunk? Does it serve a purpose? And then create piles of items you want to keep, donate, recycle, or throw away. Then clean the trunk and wipe down all of the surfaces. Also, it's a great idea to consider investing in maybe some organizational items like a trunk organizer, a trunk liner, or storage containers, just to keep all the items in place and make them easier to find when you need to. Then repack your trunk, keeping in mind what you most often use and what needs to be accessible quickly, and then place the heavier items on the bottom and the lighter items on the top. Also, try to keep your trunk organized on a regular basis if possible. Okay, make it a habit to tidy up after each use and remove any unnecessary items. So if you follow those steps, you'll have a decluttered trunk and an organized car trunk that you can feel good about every time you open it. The fourth item that you are probably forgetting to declutter is the medicine cabinet. Now, this is a sore spot for me. I did recently organize it within the past year, so I feel a little bit better about it, but I feel like I still need to go deeper in and really get it organized the way I want, so that way I can find things easier. I feel like I'm not always able to do that. The medicine cabinet, y'all, is a spot that often gets overlooked for probably all of us. Again, ours sometimes ends up looking like the spice cabinet, right? We buy things only to use them one time, maybe for one illness, then we never use them again. So decluttering the medicine cabinet is important because it's gonna help you keep your personal care items organized and easy to find. And this can quickly save you time, energy, maybe money, so that way you can find things again quickly and you know what you have. And it also helps to prevent expired or unnecessary items from taking up valuable space. In addition, y'all, decluttering the medicine cabinet can help to create a safer and more hygienic environment, as you can easily see what items you need to be replaced or disposed of. By decluttering the medicine cabinet, you can also identify any duplicates or any items that you no longer need, which can again save you money and help just to reduce the clutter in your home. So here are some steps you can take to declutter your medicine cabinet. Start by removing everything from the medicine cabinet and lay it out on a clean surface. So do y'all ever start cleaning and you get mad? Y'all, this is me right now, because why when I open up the cabinet, stuff is dripping? I'm like, this is my whole thing, right? I'm like, you know you did it, right? Like you literally spilled something and you left it. So who you think was gonna clean it up? You know what I mean? So that frustrates me so much, because that's been happening, or that happens a lot for me. I start cleaning, I'm in my groove, and then I see something and I'm like, but why? Like why? And you end up mad. You mad at everybody. You like, look, you know what I mean? That's how I'm feeling right now, because I just don't get it. And so that is the importance also of decluttering. Like, you're gonna run into some stuff, and that stuff might have you in your feelings, but you have to get it done. You have to clean it. You have to be able to just do the whole entire process. Cleaning up after each other is just a part of it. Sometimes my husband cleans up after me. Sometimes I clean up after him. Sometimes I clean up after the kids most of the time. And then I try to get them involved to clean up as well. So it's just a part of the process. But y'all, I opened that cabinet up. Y'all couldn't see my face, but I'm just shaking my head. I'm just like, it's written all over my face that I am upset. And like when they get home, they gonna get dealt with because that is unacceptable. You know you spilled it, clean it up. Because at this point in the game, it's a lot harder to clean up because it's stuck on and it's just a hot mess. And I'm like, good thing we didn't have company. And they opened it up and they saw it and they were like, who is this messy family? That's not a good look. So y'all, it just happens from time to time. When you clean it up, you gonna be real mad. And so I'm feeling okay now, but initially, that initial shock of it all, I'm just like, really, y'all? Like, this is my family? Then you want to go through each item, check the expiration date. If anything's past its expiration date, throw it away, okay? Most of the time, I find that things expire sooner than you think. Then you want to sort them into categories such as pain relief, vitamins, first aid supplies, and cough and cold remedies. And this is going to make it easier to put things back in the cabinet in logical order. If you have multiple items that serve the same purpose, keep one and get rid of the other one, okay? For example, example, if you have several bottles of pain relief, keep one of them, maybe the one that has the most pills, and then toss the other one or give it away or whatever you decide to do, but you don't need them both, okay? And if you haven't used something in the past year, y'all, consider getting rid of it. The same goes for items that are outdated, like sunblock or insect repellent. And then once you've decluttered it all, clean the inside of the medicine cabinet, wipe down the shelves and the walls to get rid of any dust or grime, okay? Put the items back in the medicine cabinet in logical order, grouping similar items together, and this is going to make it easier to find what you need in the future. And if you have a lot of similar items, consider labeling them to make it even easier to find what you need in the future. So follow those steps, y'all. You can declutter your medicine cabinet and you can keep it organized for years to come. The fifth thing that I guarantee you are forgetting to keep decluttered is on top of your refrigerator. Be honest, you know you're guilty. Above the fridge is one of those spaces, y'all, in my house that often goes unnoticed and forgotten about. Okay, why? This is because out of sight, out of mind, right? And because of the height, it makes it easy to forget about it. Additionally, it can be easy to access it because, again, of the height. And so that makes it easy to use as a space for items we don't know what to do with. Okay, but neglecting this space can lead to clutter and disorganization, which can negatively impact the overall look and feel of your home. So to avoid this, y'all, it's important to declutter above the fridge on a regular basis and keep it organized. Item number 6 that you're forgetting to declutter is makeup and skincare. And y'all, I am not always the best at keeping my makeup and skincare organized. So I started following the one thing in, one thing out rule, okay? And basically what that is so simple and effective in decluttering. It's a great technique. And it states that for every item you bring into your home, you have to get rid of one item that you no longer use or need. And this is gonna help to maintain balance in your possessions and prevent clutter from building up over time. Y'all know we sometimes end up with products we never stuck with or we never liked, but it still ends up staying in our collection for whatever reason. Also, remember to check the expiration date, and you'll see the month expiration on the back with the number that tells you how many months from when you opened it an item expires. And most of the time it's going to be from 6 to 12 months. And if you're not using it, y'all, it doesn't deserve to take up precious real estate in your home. So here's some simple tips and tricks on how you can declutter your makeup and skincare. So first, gather all of your products, okay? And for some of you, it may be a lot. Get everything, your makeup, all of your skincare products together all in one place. Then you want to sort your products into categories like foundation, lipstick, skincare, etc. Okay, then check those expiration dates, go through each product and check the date. Discard any products that are expired or that have questionable expiration dates. Also decide whether you've used a product in the last 6 months. If not, consider whether you would like to keep it. Then eliminate those duplicates. Check for duplicates of the same product and eliminate any unnecessary duplicates. Clean your makeup, your skincare containers, and reorganize your products in a way that makes sense for you. Also store your products. Some may need to be in a cool and dry place away from direct sunlight and heat sources. So follow those tips and tricks, y'all, and you'll be able to declutter your makeup, your skincare collection. It may take some time, again, depending on how much you have, and that's going to make it easier for you to find what you need and maintain a tidy, organized collection. Okay, so the number 7 item you're probably forgetting to declutter is your purse or handbag. And this is another spot that just often tends to be forgotten. So here's how you declutter your purse or handbag. You want to empty the contents of the purse onto a flat surface, then sort the items into categories. Y'all see a theme here. I love categories. It really helps. So you can do essentials, inadequately used items, and items that can be discarded or donated. Okay, then start by removing any items that can be discarded or donated, such as like old receipts, expired coupons, or items that haven't you just haven't used in the past 3 months. Then decide which essentials you truly need on your daily basis and only keep those items in your purse. Store infrequently used items in a separate pouch or compartment. That may help. And take a few minutes each week to go through your purse and declutter as necessary. Make it a habit to regularly clean out your purse so that it doesn't become a cluttered mess again. All right, follow those steps, y'all, and you can keep your purse or handbag organized and reduce the clutter and stress that it can cause. Okay, so number 8 item, y'all, that you're probably forgetting to declutter is your food storage and Tupperware. And you know I'm telling the truth. Decluttering Tupperware and food storage can be a challenge. So here's my rule of thumb. If you can't find the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top, get rid of it. You're never gonna find it. Sometimes they just happen to lose each other. So just purge it if that's the case. So here are a few tips to help you declutter this area in your kitchen. So start by sorting through your containers and lids and match them up. And discard any that don't have a partner. Get rid of any containers that are cracked, stained, or just maybe have a strong odor. And also get rid of any duplicates or excess containers that you don't use regularly. Store your containers in a way that makes sense for you. For example, you might choose to store them by size or type. And when it comes to the storage of food in the containers, I tend to lean towards clear containers so that way I can see what's on the inside. And then I'll sometimes label the containers with the contents and the dates so that I'll help with food rotation. Finally, try to limit your food storage container purchases, okay? Going forward, so that way you can avoid further clutter in the future. You only need so many containers. Another item that you are forgetting to declutter is in your car as well, and it's that glove compartment. Okay, I too struggle with keeping it clean and organized because a lot of times I'm just shoving things in there and I don't tend to go back and look to see how I can make any changes to make myself be able to find things easier. I don't always go back to that. I just keep shoving it in there, okay? And so that is an area that is often neglected but still needs to be organized and decluttered from time to time. So the car glove compartment is another spot that can be easily forgotten about. Over time, it can become cluttered with items like receipts, coins, and random things, making it difficult to find what you need when you need it. So here's some tips for decluttering your car glove compartment that may help. First, take everything out of the glove compartment and lay it on a flat surface. Then you want to divide the items into piles. Keep, toss, donate, or relocate. Then toss out those expired items. So check, make sure that nothing is expired. If you have any food or medicine in there or any first aid supplies, and you want to dispose of anything that's outdated, okay? Keep only the items that you use regularly or need in your car, such as your manual, your registration, your insurance documents, maybe sunglasses, a flashlight. And then if you find items that belong elsewhere in your car, at home, relocate them into that proper space. Once you've kept only the items you need, store them neatly in the glove compartment using maybe organizers if they fit or containers if necessary. And y'all, just try to make it a habit. Don't be like me. Make it a habit to periodically declutter your glove compartment so that you can keep it organized and functioning efficiently. Item number 10 that you are forgetting to declutter are your cleaning supplies. Now, if you're anything like me, you love all the things, you buy all the things, you keep all the things. And so from time to time, you have to go through and check things and declutter and purge. Cleaning products slowly accumulate without me even realizing it. And I end up with a lot of them, a lot of different types of cleaning products. I do buy some single-use cleaning products, but really I love to use an all-in-one multi-purpose product. And that way it will clean multiple things. So instead of buying a polish that can only do maybe one thing, I buy an all-in-one cleaner that can polish and deep clean and shine and all of those things. And that just makes it easier. So I am guilty of buying multiple multi-purpose products. Cleaning supplies can accumulate so quickly, y'all, and they can create clutter in our home. So here are some tips on how you can declutter your cleaning supplies. So first, assess the item. Take everything out of your closet or cabinet and assess what you have. Make a note of what you use regularly and what you don't, okay? If you have multiple bottles of the same product, keep only one, maybe two, depending on how many you have, okay? Check the expiration dates of your cleaning supplies and get rid of any that have passed their prime. Consider how you want to store your cleaning supplies. Do you want them in the closet, under the sink, or in the cabinet? And once you've decided on a storage solution, organize your cleaning supplies by category. And this is going to make it easier to find what you need and keep everything in its place. Use containers or bins to keep like items together, and it's going to make it easier to see what you have. Also, store frequently used items in easy to reach places, okay? So if there's something you use most often, put that item in a place where you can grab it quickly, so you don't have to go through a pile of clutter to find what you need. And lastly, donate unused items. So if you have cleaning supplies that you no longer need, consider donating them to a local charity or a community center. Okay, so the number 11 item that you are forgetting to declutter are books. Now, I'm so guilty of this because I find it such a challenge for me to get rid of books, y'all. So your bookshelf and your library are also spots that often get cluttered, okay? Books, again, are so hard to part with, and I'm not all the way on the Kindle bandwagon, okay? I'm not there yet. And so I'm not always good about decluttering them all the time. So my rule of thumb is if I'm referencing the book later, then I'll keep it. Otherwise, I pass it along once I'm ready, okay? Kids' books are probably the hardest one for me because my kids will read their books over and over again until they almost memorize them. So sometimes think I'm ready to get rid of a book, a kid's book, and then I may ask my kid, and then she'll say no. She is such a reader, you guys. She reads books over and over again. So it's very hard. And so here are some tips to help you declutter books if you struggle like I do. So group your books by categories like fiction, nonfiction, cookbooks, travel, etc. This way you can see the amount of books you have in each category and you can make decisions more easily. Okay, this one is a good one. Be ruthless, okay? Be honest with yourself and determine which books you've not read and you haven't read in a long time. And if you know you won't read them again, it's time to let them go. So be ruthless, okay? Then consider maybe digital options. Again, I'm not quite fully there with the Kindle thing, but I do have some Kindle reads that I really enjoy, and sometimes having that digital option really helps. So consider purchasing digital versions of books that you can enjoy. And again, this really will help you to reduce the physical clutter in your home. Also, donate books in good condition to your local library, your school, or a charity organization. Or also, another option is to sell the books. So if you have books in excellent condition, you can sell them online through platforms like Amazon or at a local used bookstore. Keep only what you love, y'all. Keep books that bring you joy and have sentimental value. Let go of the rest of them. And I know that's easier said than done, but you can do it, okay? Use bookcases effectively. So store your books in a bookcase, but try to organize them in a way that makes sense and they're easy to access. And regularly repeat this process to ensure that your book collection stays manageable and clutter-free. Remember, the goal is to have a well-organized collection of books that you love and that bring you joy. Item number 12 that you're forgetting to declutter is the laundry room. The laundry room is another spot that often gets overlooked. And I guess that's the theme of this video, because these are pretty much, they are all spaces that tend to get overlooked. And the laundry room for us is one of those spaces. Go through your laundry room and throw away any old or expired cleaning supplies. It's also a good idea to reorganize the space so that everything is easy to find and use. Okay, so here are a few tips to help get you started. So first, start by separating your laundry detergent. So your stain removers, your fabric softeners, and discard anything that's expired or unused. And then also a good idea is to keep a basket for each family member or for different types of laundry. And this is going to make the sorting process much easier. So keep all of your cleaning supplies together, such as your mop, your broom, your vacuum. Keep it all in one place. And this is going to make it easier to find what you need when you need it. Also, declutter your laundry room shelves. So go through the shelves and get rid of any items that you no longer need or use. And try and maximize your storage space if possible. So use baskets, bins, and shelving to maximize your storage space. And that's going to help you to keep the room organized and tidy. Also, I love labeling everything, so you can label your baskets, your shelves, and your bins to make it easier to find, of course, what you need when you need it. The 13th item that you are forgetting to declutter is your digital spaces. Your computer, your laptop, your phone, your tablet. These are all things that need to be cluttered on a regular basis. So don't forget about your digital storage devices. So you're gonna go through your files and delete any old unnecessary items, and this is gonna help free up storage space, and it's also gonna make it easier to find what you need. So organize your files into folders and subfolders based on topic, date, or project. And so you'll need to make sure you regularly clean up and organize your digital storage devices, and that's going to help prevent them from becoming cluttered again. So we are finally at number 14. This is the 14th item that you are forgetting to declutter. I know you are, because I am guilty of this too. And this is your social media. And this is so important. And so it's time to declutter your social media. We all follow people at any given time for one reason or another, but they may not be serving a purpose for us anymore. So decluttering it can help reduce digital clutter and noise, and that's gonna make it easier for you to focus on what's important and what's relevant to you. You can also eliminate negative influences, toxic relationships, and outdated content, which can improve your mental health and well-being. So if they are not contributing to your life in a positive way, maybe they're always selling things or they seem to be involved in a lot of drama, then it's time to unfollow them, because that's not something you want or need in your feed. And that's okay. They have their audience, but that may not be you. You control who comes into your space and to your life. So let's say it's an old coworker or a friend and you're not quite ready to unfollow them. You can also mute them so they aren't taking up space in your feed and in your mind. Also, y'all, decluttering can free up some storage space on your digital devices, and it can improve the performance of your device. If you're anything like me, I'm always at capacity. So I'm always trying to delete things and move things around, and sometimes it becomes a lot. So simplify your digital life. You can feel more organized by doing this and more in control, leading to a more positive and productive experience with social media. So there you have it. Those are my 14 spots that you may be forgetting to declutter. Remember, decluttering your home and personal space can help you to have a more relaxed environment. So make sure you go through these spots on a regular basis and get rid of anything you no longer need or use. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I really hope you love it. I am working on lots more home-based and hands-on type of videos that I'm looking forward to sharing with you guys, and hopefully you will enjoy those videos. So stay tuned to my channel. Of course, I want you guys to subscribe if you're new here. Also like the video, comment below any of your things that you feel like you often overlook when it comes to decluttering. Any comments help me here on my channel to stay in the algorithm. Plus, again, I read each and every one of them and I reply also. So I appreciate you guys so much for stopping by today. I hope you'll come back by and catch another video, in which case I'll see you then.